Hello everyone. I hope you all will be fine. So now I have thought that I should make something for you that's really very special topic, literary devices, and very important topic, right? Kindly see the whole video, and please, if you really like it, like and subscribe my channel. It has been made up just for you to understand what are literary devices, very common for all classes, right? So literary devices, first of all, before explanation, I would like to tell you literary devices just like ornaments. Whenever we are going in a marriage party, what do? We adorn ourselves, we make ourselves very beautiful, right? So likewise, literary devices means whenever any poet is composing his or her poem, or he is composing any part of literature, then he writes down or he puts down a lot of things which makes reader very happy, or that thing becomes very interesting for the reader. That is literary devices basically. Now its definition I would like to tell you here. See, a literary device. What's a literary device? A literary device is a tool used by a writer to enhance the beauty of writing part. It can be any prose and poetry. You can find out literary devices in poetry as well as in prose, right? So now see here, I have brought here a few literary devices which are really very common. So my first one is metaphor. What is metaphor? What is metaphor? A metaphor is a figure of speech that is used to make a comparison between two things that are not alike, which are not same, quite different, but have something in common. It can be called an implied simile, right? An implied simile, because that comparison is implied on someone else. The things which are unlike, not same. It can be called an implied simile, but we do not use as, like, so for comparison. As, like, so are used in simile for comparison, because metaphor and simile both are used for comparison. But in metaphor, we do not like as, like, so. These three linking words are used for comparison in simile only. You will understand better by a few examples which are here. You are the sunshine. Your tears are a river. Tears have been compared with rivers. He is a night owl. How can a person be a night owl if he is a nocturnal, right? Owl is considered as nocturnal because he remains active at night. If you are active at night, you can be called a nocturnal. So he is a night owl, means very nocturnal. He remains active at night. This is metaphor. So next is simile. That is also used for comparison, and it is used to compare two unlike things, and as, like, so are used at the time of comparison. Example: his temperament is as cool as cucumber. His temperament is as cool as cucumber. You act like a teacher. His face is like the moon, right? Two unlike things, face on the other side is moon. Third is personification. Obviously it is telling about a person. Personification, whenever we are personifying something else, right? It means basically to personify something. It flaunts as birds, animals and non-living things are behaving just like human beings. Non-living things are behaving just like human beings. During COVID-19, my house is protecting me. A human being can protect me, but now non-living thing is protecting me. Our houses are our best friends in COVID-19. Give live examples. Flowers are begging for water. My pet dog served me a lot. Not a servant served me a lot. My pet dog. So in definition, this is whenever non-living things, birds, animals are treated as human beings. So that is personification. Alliteration. What is alliteration? See here, repetition of the same sound is known as alliteration. You know, sometimes repetition of vowel sounds in between the sentence, repetition of consonant in between the sentence, right? That is known as assonance and consonance. But here I am not talking about assonance and consonance. I am talking about alliteration. So repetition of the same sound is known as alliteration. Example: shining stars look amazing. The king ordered 4 carrots. The boy is sitting on bench. Now see the highlighted words: so, ko. Don't see here that is k and that is c, but the sound, we have to focus on sound only, right? The boy is sitting on bench. Bo sound is here, so that will be considered as alliteration. Now the next, this is enough. I hope that you have liked this video. If you have liked, please subscribe this channel. I'll update you with other concepts of English time to time. Thank you so much.